Well, good evening traders and welcome to Trades FX. It is Wednesday the 27th of March 2024 and the time is 4 minutes to 8 p.m. UK time. Traders, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you've had a wonderful week so far. Successful traded week, that is. Whatever you're doing, hope it's going well. Traders, just a brief one. If you've been enjoying the videos, if you're liking this channel, come across, give your boy a like, subscribe to your boy's channel. All of that really helps the algorithm to pick up this channel and helps me to grow this network and hopefully get this word out there. Now, traders, I want to show you, I really want to show you what you can be capable of if you can look to apply yourself, if you can believe in a dream, if you can recognize that with hard work, with persistence, and yes, with pain, what you're capable of. Now, why do I pitch it like that? Well, the reason I'm pitching it like that, traders, is because I'm here on the daily chart of the Swiss franc Japanese yen. Now, you will have already watched the series of the sequence of videos that I've recorded during this trade. Okay, you will have watched me every step of the way have doubts, have temptation, have clarity, have all sorts of emotion. But one thing that you definitely 100% will have seen me do here live, although it's recorded live, okay, is you will have seen me stick to my trading plan. No questions asked, no deviation. I've stuck to this plan. And as a result of that, okay, as I go down to the daily chart here, based on the previous video, in fact, let me fatten this chart up altogether. Let me just make it so let's take up all of the screen. Okay. So based on the previous video to this one, you will have seen me shoot a video telling you how close we were getting to our second target. Okay. And you will have seen me point out to you that I think we were only about 6 or 7 pips away. But even then, I didn't count this trade as done. Okay. I didn't count the trade as done. Sorry about the flash in there. It is what it is. One day I'll find out why it does that. But what you've seen happen here is an absolutely, in my opinion, an excellent trade. From beginning to end, you've watched me trade it and you've watched me take 300 pips out of this market. Okay, 300 pips, traders. Now, you don't need many of those for your account to significantly grow. And not only that, any losses that you've had, a few of those 300 pip size trades certainly wipes those out and puts you into positive territory. Now, if I hover over this, let me go down to the 3-hour chart. Let's go down to the 3-hour chart, because that's where I like to do a lot of my analysis. Now, here I am on the 3-hour chart, and this blue arrow here, if you notice when I hover over it, another blue arrow appears just somewhere around here. Now, what that's telling you is that's where I took my second profit. At that level is where I took my second profit. And if I go up to this blue arrow here, and I hover over that one, that tells you where I took first profits. And again, the same for the red arrow. You can see the little red sort of arrow, horizontal pointing arrow, tell you where I entered. Now, traders, all in all, this is a 300 pip move. For me, it's a phenomenal trade. It certainly takes care of some of the losers I've had, which I'm yet to post, by the way, but I will do. It certainly takes care of some of those. And not only that, okay, it documents everything that I went through. More importantly, it documents everything that I've gone through during this trade for you to see. And that's what's important, because when you're trading from home or when you're trading anywhere, it's about this. Getting the plan down is actually the easy part. Conquering this is actually the hard part. And what I mean by this is your emotion, okay? The inner voices that you have in your head telling you to break your plan, telling you to deviate, telling you to change system, okay? All of that. And every trade that you enter, you fight those demons every single time. Okay, believe you me, in this, even though this trade hasn't taken an awful long time to play out, I've had all sorts of demons within this trade, but at every step of the way, I've reverted to my trading plan. I've even had to read my trading plan over at one point, okay, just to remind me what I'm doing here, and I've stuck to it, and this is the result, 300 pips. Now, let me go back up to the daily chart. If you remember, in fact, let's go up to the 1 monthly chart, because that's probably where I need to be. If you remember, I said that I'm bullish this pair, and you can absolutely see why anyone would be bullish. Oopsie daisy, let's get rid of that. And you can absolutely see here why anyone would be bullish this chart. Let me turn that to yellow, because we have just been, wrong tool, we have just been going up for months, traders. Even, in fact, not even for months, for years. It's a tirade of uptrending market. Now, could we be at a point where we're due a bigger correction? Absolutely, but I don't think so, because that's not what the sentiment and the fundamentals are telling me. I do believe we've got a bit more up to go. How much more, I don't know, but I'm not seeing anything drastic yet telling me that we're going to come down. Now, I could be totally wrong about that, because when I'm reading the fundamentals, okay, it's an opinion on what I can see in the economies, socio-economic situations, commodity reasons, all of these things I look at before I make a decision. And I look for the chart, the technical patterns to confirm what I'm seeing sentiment-wise and fundamental-wise. Now, what that means to me is that, if you remember from my earlier video, I said that I'm trying to take advantage of this down move, okay, for price to rejoin the already bigger up move, okay? All I'm doing here is taking advantage of a swing to the downside, but in reality, what I'm looking for is to get back on somewhere onto this, okay, this up move here, because I don't believe it's over. So what does that mean as far as this pair is concerned? Now remember, the Swiss franc Japanese yen is not a pair I've traded for a long time. And here I am, having shot a video and seen everything that I needed to see, and I'm 300 pips up. 300 pips, magic trade in front of you. So now, what do? I'm looking now. I'm waiting for price to give me some signals, price and sentiment, by the way, to give me some signals that we're looking to turn back to the upside. Now, what that means is, here, if I look at where we are now, okay, and I'm just going to re-grab my annotation tool here. If you look at this area here and look at this bar, this daily bar, and how it's playing out, okay? If you can see that, what will you see is we've got a very big wick in there, okay? And we've definitely met some buyers at this level, okay? Now this level is actually the January 2024 low, okay? And I expected there to be some kind of support there, some kind of reaction to price going through it. And look at what's happened. Absolutely, look at what's happened. Price has come down through the January low, wicked all the way back up, and the bar, the daily price bar, is now half of where it was. So the buyers, and probably the profit takers who are going to be buyers, because if you're a seller and you want to take profit, you have to buy to close out that trade and take your profit. Okay, so both of those traders have pushed price back up. Now, do I think that this is the turning point? Well, it could be, but I don't know. That's the truth about it, but I don't think so. Okay, and there are some things that there's some stuff that I want to do now to give me an idea of where I could potentially get back onto this trade, but to the long side. And these are those things. I've already marked the 61.8 and 67.8 fib retracement of this swing, and that's favourable to me. Now, why is it favourable to me? Well, if you look at the 61.8, which is the white dotted line, And I'm conscious that I've been on this video now 10 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to try and keep it as short as possible. And if you look at this 61.8 white dotted line and see where it comes in here, okay, right in here, level of support there, look at, and just in this bar here, look at how price wicks through it and pushes back up. Let's go across here. Also support there because price couldn't close about below it. Even in the bar next to it here, support, this bar here. Is there anything else? One there. So to me, it's a good level. The 61.8 is a good level. But is there anything else? Now let me just get rid of this arrow, because this arrow's, I don't know why, but it's distracting me. So I want to get rid of it. Okay. All right. So is there anything else that tells me that I shouldn't take a buy right where we are now, and something that tells me, well, you should wait down here? Well, absolutely there is. Absolutely there is. First things first, okay? One thing I want to point out to you is at this level here, let me just grab it. There is a level of demand just below this market. There's a level of demand right in here. And let me just template on that, and let me just give you that. So that level there, okay, is a demand zone. So I'm expecting, just like I was expecting there to be sellers up at this supply zone here, I'm expecting there to be buyers down at this level. And what I'm hoping for is that the buyers are going to be more aggressive than the sellers at this point. Okay, so that's a good start. So we've got some confluence already. What else is there? Okay, well, if I take a Fibonacci extension from this, well, a Fibonacci expansion, first of all, from this high to this low and back up to this high, if I can get it right on there, is there anything I can see? Well, let's just have a look. This level here is the equal legs fib extension, and that lines up with exactly at the top of our demand. Okay, there's nothing that lines up with the 618 apart from it's in that zone, that equal legs 127 zone, but the 127 fib expansion certainly lines up with 67.8 fib retracement. So what happens if I take a fib extension? Well, let's have a look. Look at that. The 127 fib extension of this swing here, this leg. So an expansion takes into, let me just clarify what I mean. Okay, what do I want? I want this tool here. A fib expansion takes into consideration this swing here, from here to here, and projects that out into the future. Okay, the fib extension only takes into consideration this leg here and projects that out into the future by either an equal legs or 127. So that's why the one tool does two jobs. And as far as a fib extension is concerned, this level at the 1.68 fib retracement and 1.27 fib extension is, to me, a real good zone, because not only is it a good zone where the Fibonacci's line up, there is also supply. It's right in the middle of a supply zone. So for me, this is an important level. And for me, I'm not looking to get long unless sentiment changes massively before price gets down to there. And it's when, or if price gets down to that level, that's when I'm going to start to, I'll be looking at the sentiment anyway, but that's when I'm going to be having a closer look at sentiment to see what's going on here. So traders, what I'm in fact telling you is this alert is going to say if price crosses down through that level, and just as I did for the short side, look for reasons to get long. Now those reasons are going to be both technical and fundamental. Okay, it's not just a technical reason, it's going to be a fundamental reason as well. Now all I've got to do is see if price gets down there. I'll keep an eye on this trade. I'll also keep an eye on this level, okay, because it looks great, doesn't it? To me that looks like a trade that's That's like a bar that's meant to suck you in and take your money and take your bips. So traders, how long have I been here? 15 minutes. Sorry the video's been so long, but this just shows you how, in fact, you can trade one pair only if you want to. Okay, swing trading, position trading, day trading, scalping, you only need really to trade one position. To me, that's a bit boring, especially considering my trades are more longer term. Okay, but let's see what happens. Traders, thanks for coming across. Come across and give your boy a like, and I'll catch you all very, very soon. Take care, traders.